paid. So it's the morning of my cousin's high school graduation party in 2011, and panic is setting in. I cannot get it together, and I'm pacing my floor of my kitchen. You see, for 6 years, I had taught at the same high school that he was now graduating from, but I burnt out and quit on the second day of his senior year. So 9 months later, I'm feeling ashamed and worrying about how many of his classmates are going to be at the party. Some of them my former students. I was 33 and had zero coping skills. So I chose the trusty option of self-medicating. This time with my dog's Xanax prescription. They were the same pills dispensed to humans, so I figured this was a great way to relax. Audrey was my 75-pound German Shepherd mix. She was prescribed 2 milligrams of Xanax for anxiety with thunderstorms and fireworks and being left alone. I weighed about double that, so I did the math and took 2 of her 2 milligram pills. I did not tell this brilliant plan to my husband, so as he's driving us to the party, I start to nod off, and he knows something's up. So I tell him what I did, and he gives me the option to go back home and skip this whole thing. But I insist, I'm fine, let's just keep going. And I close my eyes. When I open my eyes, he's pulling in front of my aunt and uncle's house to park the car. And again, he gives me the option to just skip all of this and go back home. Now, let's do this. So I remember sitting at a picnic table, just staring at a bowl of salsa. That's it. That's my only memory of the party. Several hours later, I woke up on my couch at my house, and I did not understand why my parents were over and they were freaking out. Ah, she's waking up! Why'd you go and do a bonehead stunt like that? We were just about to take you to the ER and pump your stomach. What? No, I'm okay. What happened? My mom filled us in. You took the dog's Xanax. You were out of it all day. What were you thinking? Yeah, I could not answer that. Every time I went to a big family function, I felt so stressed out, and I usually drank way too much. But I didn't want to be a mess in front of former students. But nothing, I don't remember anything embarrassing or stressful happening. Success, right? My husband handed me my phone. First, my sister had texted me a video of my mom interrogating me at the picnic table surrounded by close family. My dad always says that we put the fun in dysfunction, so they did not miss an opportunity to mess with me while I was in a benzo fog. My mom starts with softball questions. What are your dogs' names? How many years have you been married? I answer slowly, quietly, and slurred. Speak up and use your words. You're an English teacher. I try to defend myself. I took the dog's Xanax. The dog? Do you want a milk bone? I've actually been a vegetarian for 25 years, so, milk bone was the last thing I wanted. And my one memory was staring at that bowl of salsa on the table. In fact, my sister later tried to convince me that I had made a dent in a plate of barbecue, but I don't believe that. They for sure would have taken video of that for later blackmail. Then my husband had texted a picture that someone took of me after I somehow made it into the house, propped up on the couch with my head tilted back on my limp neck and my mouth wide open, and he's standing over me lovingly with a pillow, pretending to smother me. They weren't the only ones to document my situation that day. I was somehow functional enough to take a series of selfies from the least flattering angle. I usually like to hold my phone high and shoot down to get a nice slimming cheekbone with bright open eyes. But these are from my lap as I'm sitting in the car as Steve drives home. My eyes are half open and my cheeks and chins are rippled into a blob. Normally, I would delete such unflattering pictures, but I've kept them to remind myself of this terrible idea that luckily did not end up like an after-school special warning of the dangers of taking your dog's medication. As the cloud lifted from my brain, I asked Steve what really happened, because I don't remember any of this. Did I do anything stupid? Who do I need to call and apologize to? He assured me that I had been fine, just really, really quiet for me. Normally, I would have polished off a bottle or two of Chardonnay and been the loudest one there. But thanks to years of therapy, I learned actual coping skills since then. I did realize I had a serious problem with self-medicating, and I officially quit drinking 3 years ago. Thank you. And I finished popping my dog's pills after this incident. Thank you.
One more time for Lauren!